Now next to me is a young lady that tried to represent Germany at the Eurovision Song Contest 2013. She was in the national final competing with Cascada early on in this year, in springtime. It's Betty Dittrich, and we know the song, of course, La La La. Nice to meet you, Betty.
Nice to meet you too.
You're actually not German, you're from Sweden.
Yeah.
So how come you actually went to try to represent Germany at the Eurovision Song Contest?
Well, I'm living here since a few years back, and I have started writing songs in German and released an album in German, and I decided to go for it because I love the Eurovision Song Contest and I wanted to give it a shot. Yeah.
so why are you so fond of Germany or singing in German?
I just think it's so much fun. Also, it gives my music also a different little quirkiness to it. And also, I'm in love with these old songs of Franz Gall and Dittrich, for example, when they were singing in German. And also, I'm actually having German roots because my father was born in Germany, then moved to Sweden. So I'm very connected to Germany still. Even if I'm Swedish, I have very strong connection.
Do you only sing in German or you also sing in Swedish and English?
Mainly now I sing in German, but I also work on English material and some Swedish songs, and so I'm kind of wide-ranged, I guess. Yeah.
You actually come from the town where Eurovision Song Contest 2013 was staged this year, Malmoe. Are you going to, or would you like to compete maybe one time for Sweden at the Eurovision Song Contest?
I haven't really, I haven't considered that yet, but maybe further on in my career it will happen. The Melody Festival is super huge in Sweden and it's so much fun, and I've been watching it since I was little, so that would also be a fun thing, of course.
Have you actually any favorite Swedish singers? You can just say, oh, this is fantastic, I remember that song.
Yeah, well, I mean ABBA.
ABBA, okay,
you can't not say ABBA. But I always loved Björn Skifs. He's a Swedish singer. I still think he's brilliant, and that's also one of my favorites, Michelangelo. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. To your musical career, when did you actually start to become a singer?
I have been singing and playing since I was little. My parents are both also musicians, and when I was maybe 16, I started writing, and then I started studying music, and after that I joined a band in Stockholm, in Sweden, and then I just continued. So it was like from after school I started already in school.
Excellent, that's fantastic. Who is your musical idol? Somebody you're looking up at, oh, this is fantastic, I'm singing like that person.
Yeah, I'm a really big 60s fan, as everyone knows, maybe. And I mean, I love different sides of the 60s. I love the French chanson, like Franz Gall, for example, and Brigitte Bardot, but I also love the hippie music. I really love it, San Francisco, American hippie music, and I also love Bob Dylan, for example. And I wouldn't like to sing like Bob Dylan, but I love how he's sounding. Yeah.
Is there anybody in the music world you would like to sing with?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan,
yeah.
really? So, okay.
I would kill for that.
Have you seen this year's Eurovision Song Contest in your hometown? Have you been there?
I was not there myself, but I have watched it, of course, with my whole band. And yeah, my parents told me, they're living there, so they told me about the madness in Malmoe during the Eurovision week. Yeah.
Well, you tried, of course, with La La La.
Yeah.
What's the message of that song?
That is basically a little crazy story of mine. Also, it's the basic idea of the song is that I had a period where nothing worked out with guys. And in the end I decided not to whine about it, but to be able to laugh about it. And then I came up with this idea to the song, and then so the names of the guys are not the real names, so to say, but it's inspired by that period in my life to look at failure in relationships with humor. Yeah.
No, you did it this year. You want to do it again? You want to compete again in the national final in any country, not only Germany?
I think it's possible that I will do that. I haven't planned it now for next year or so. I continue writing and working with my career, but it was so much fun, and I could definitely imagine doing it again. Yeah.
You're writing music yourself?
Yeah, I'm writing music.
And where do you take the inspiration from?
From everywhere. From people I meet and from relationships, and I wrote a song about Berlin since I moved here, and I get inspiration from everywhere, basically.
You were in a band, She Bang.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
That was a pop-punk band in Sweden, and I joined the band and released their third album with them. And we also went to Japan and toured and released the album there, and it was a lot of fun. And then I also at the same time developed my own writing and artist, like my whole thing myself, and then I decided to continue with that instead. Yeah.
Excellent. What are your future plans?
Well, now I'm planning a tour that's going to be in September, all over Germany, from the 16th of September.
Wow.
And then I am writing new material and just planning everything further, pushing everything as much as I can.
The last question for me is, you mentioned writing stuff. Would you like to write for somebody songs as well? Like for instance, Half Siegel is a composer, songwriter.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you?
Yeah, I actually work on that also. I try to write together with other artists, and I could definitely imagine that also working for other people.
Where can people find out more about you? Are you on Facebook or you have a website?
Yeah, on Facebook it's facebook.com/Betty.Dittrich, and you can go on bettydittrich.com. There's my website, and I'm also on Instagram and Twitter and everywhere.
Everywhere?
So, yeah.
Betty, thank you very much for the interview, and
Thank
wish you all the
you.
best of luck in your musical career, and hopefully we see you at the Eurovision Song Contest in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you very much.